In Las Vegas, supercar technician Enrique shows us where his incredible journey with cars first began.
So this is my personal garage space, and this is obviously my personal project. It's a 1972 Datsun 240Z. I've owned this car for going on 16 years now, ever since I was 10 years old. My father showed up one day and tells me, you know, I bought you a car. I run outside and it's this thing, and it's coming off the back of a tow truck. Really, this car is the foundation from where I am at today. It's because of this car that you know, I was able to basically break it and unbreak it on my own terms, and it's what gave me the confidence, you know, to approach something as expensive now as what I have at my job.
On leaving school, Enrique took up an apprenticeship with the Volkswagen Audi Group. From there, he got a taste for power, building muscle cars for Shelby, before finally landing his dream job at Exotics Racing. Finally, he could indulge his two biggest passions.
That sums me up right there, is cars and football. There's really not a whole lot else to talk about, if you ask me. And, you know, between those two, I keep myself busy, and, you know, my wife and son are, you know, unfortunately, they're recipients to that treatment, but, you know, they love it. You know, I kick the ball around with my son, and again, with my wife, you know, when it's not too early in the morning, she'll sit down with me and she'll watch the games. And so it's great. It's a good, awesome part of our life.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us now be heading off. That's my best one, by the way. It's all going downhill from here.
It's late afternoon at the Tower of London. Yeoman Warder Steve is nearing the end of another triumphant tour. But there's a little-known secret to his success.
Under this uniform now, I've got a United top, because I always, it's like a talisman. If I'm on a guided tour, I always want to do a good guided tour. I always wear my United top underneath it. I will categorically tell you now, standing here, under my heart, there is nothing fake about those jewels. We have the largest, flawless, white-cut diamond that exists to this day. We have different duties and 21 separate duties. For example, today I was on guided tours. You could be on the inner circuit, which we call it, which is looking after the post in the inner circuit. You could be on the wharf. So it's a very, very varied job and very varied life, really.
Part of Steve's duties include taking care of one of the Tower's most iconic and elusive residents.
I'm part of the Raven team. I work with the Raven Master. There's 5 in his team. So we get them up, we feed them, we put them to bed, look after them. As you can see, she's probably doing that on purpose because she knows she's being filmed. She's hiding now at the way.
Being a yeoman warder is a dream job for Steve, but after 23 years hard service, the memories of being in the army will never fade.
That's the initials of a really, really dear and close mate of mine, Wayne Douglas Rees, who was in the same regiment. We knew each other for many, many, many years. And unfortunately, on my last tour of Iraq in 2007, on the 7th of January of that year, he was killed in action. And he was like my brother, so I just put that on his initials and the date he was killed, and Silly Passes, rest in peace. He was a massive United fan. Cantona was his favourite player, even to the extent where he wore his colour up on his shirt when he's playing football. But he was just one of those kind of larger-than-life people. And when he was killed, that was a real eye-opener. If he could go, any of us could go.
This way, ladies and gentlemen.
The last question I'm always asked is this: what does E2R actually stand for? It stands for this: extremely romantic. Twice a day. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great afternoon. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you very much.
With the afternoon's guided tours complete, it's the end of another working day for Yeoman Warder Steve. And what better way to finish than a quick drink at perhaps the most exclusive club in town?
Police, open up. You decent?
Back on the neonatal ward, Julie has some exciting news.
Right. So today is my sidekick. Hugo is going home. It's the big D-Day, isn't it, getting out of here? I have found my job here. As you can see, I've been here 9 years, and I love it. You're a big boy now, aren't you? Oh, it's such a hard life. They come here like little Hugo, who was so sick, so small, and then they go home, and it's all down to us guys. Obviously, when he was born, he was just over £1. 26 plus 5 weeks he was born, and he weighs today, big, £6 and 3 ounces, don't you? That's your appointment for his eyes tomorrow. You've got to be here 9:30 in the morning, Faye. So if you give that one to your GP, every day is different, and it's nice just seeing the progress of them.
We're bringing him back in for you anyway.
Yeah, so you do get very close and attached.
Thanks for looking after him.
Enjoy him.
Thank
Have
you.
a bit of him. All right.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
back. Right.
Take care. I know, I'll see you
we are,
soon.
don't you? All right, darling. It's just lovely. It's just a wonderful feeling. At the time, it's very stressful when they're born and they're very sick, they're very ill, and you're trying to treat them, get them better. And at the time, it is a very stressful job. But there's the rewards at the end, and that's like today, going home and £6.3. I mean, that's not a big weight to some people, but it is to us. Keep in touch. Bring him back when he's bigger. Bye. It's lovely seeing them going home, nice and healthy. Yeah.
Border security officer Patrick Silk has a burning ambition to become a famous film star. For the last 12 weeks, he's been travelling to the capital to attend an actor's workshop. Today, it draws to an end with a performance at one of the leading drama academies. The group will be working in pairs to reenact famous film scenes, and with the rumour of a TV agent attending the show, the pressure is on to remember his lines.
No, that's too limiting. No one in Hollywood will work with you either. No one in Hollywood will work with you either. No one will hire you.
Don't stand up. You stood up too soon.
With the big showcase fast approaching and lines still to be perfected, Pat knows he must be at his best.
Well done, guys. So at the end, what's going to happen?
Perhaps his biggest challenge, though, will be keeping his excitement under control.
These pills are good. Forget it. Georgie.
As the theatre quickly fills, course leader John offers a few last-minute words of advice.
No pressure, but you're closing the show.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's even better, yeah.
Get into your space. Yeah. Just chill. You know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked hard enough for it, so I just want you to
Yeah.
relax. Energy. Good energy. Good energy. Good clear voices. Naturally, your flies. Flies down. It's all about the same. Of course it is.
After weeks of preparation, it's finally showtime.
I kill myself to get a part right.
Yes, but you kill everybody else too. I can't even send you up for a commercial. You prayed a tomato for 30 seconds. They went a half a day over because you didn't agree with the blocking.
It wasn't logical.
You're a tomato! Tomato's got logical blocking. A tomato can't move.
That's what I said!
Michael, you haven't been listening. You're not going to raise 20 cents. No one will hire you.
Oh yeah?
Yes, get in there, loved it. Fantastic. What a scene. I nailed it. I'm on the road now, and I'm not going to get off that road until I get success now. I'm gonna, it's about hard work, is it? You know, what did President Kennedy say? He used to say, you know, about the mountain climbing. He said, don't do it because it's easy. Do it because it's hard. And that was all about tonight. About it wasn't. It's not easy. It's hard, and I accomplished it.
The whole show is a huge success, and Pat joins the rest of the cast for a celebratory drink. He's taken a big step towards realising his dream. Now, he just needs to find that TV agent. It's match day at Old Trafford. For Rolling Reds editor and web designer Jamie, it's the culmination of weeks of hard work. Being a lifelong United supporter, there's no place he'd rather be.
Come to almost every game. As part of being on the committee, we are a point of access for all the disabled fans, really. Once it's printed, each edition has to be handed out. So usually I'll be by the doors greeting people as they come into the stadium. A lot of work goes into it, but it's very rewarding work. I enjoy working on every page. It's great to see the faces of the kids. The kids love the magazine, and especially because they're getting something for free. You know, it's great to see the smiling face and everything when you hand them out a copy of the magazine.
With nearly all copies of the magazine snapped up, Jamie finally makes his way to his seat to enjoy the game. It won't be long before the next issue, when all the hard work starts again. Back at the racetrack, Enrique has finally got to the bottom of the leaking Lamborghini transmission. It's all down to one small rubber seal.
We're going to have to go ahead and replace this part. Ironically, the part itself is only maybe $20, $30, but the damage it in itself has caused is in the thousands easily. We'll go ahead and clean up the transmission and put it back together, and we'll be good to go for track again. We've actually beaten our personal best time, so it's a fantastic job well done, and high fives to everyone.
Not only have they completed the job in record time, Enrique and his team have just saved the company tens of thousands of dollars in labor charges alone. It's no wonder he's considered amongst the best in the world.
Come the end of the day, I've spent a good 8, 9, 10 hours here. I'm ready to go home and spend some time with my family. Try not to think about cars too much, but it allows me to focus more on Manchester United. It allows me to go home and watch the games I recorded that I couldn't watch because I was at work. So I look forward to coming home just as much as I do coming to work. Driving the cars isn't my biggest pleasure, it's actually working on them. I find more joy in wrenching away at them, fixing them, repairing them, maintaining them, than I actually do driving them. For me, it's more about the climb than actually getting to the peak. Oh, it's the coolest job anyone could ask for, really. What's more awesome than driving and fixing and working on and modifying $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 supercars. We provide dreams for people. We live for this.
I'm from St Helens. I lived many a time in a council house, as a lot of lads do from join the military. I now live in the Devereux Tower, in the walls of the Tower of London. Couldn't get any better. You can get quite, I won't say blasé, but this is where I live. And all of a sudden, reality dawns on you. You think, bloody hell, I live there. It's madness, really. Madness.
And so, our 5 ardent United fans continue their extraordinary lives. Around the globe, there are many more just like them, whose story, passion and personality make them truly extraordinary Reds.